Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all once again. Wherever you are joining me at this moment, welcome to 42 edition of Investdata Trading Academy Live with Ambrose. Today, I want to look at what is happening globally before we come back to our local market, and how also I'll share some tips or strategies on how to also manage your portfolio in this volatile market. How you can navigate in this market and any other market in any time. What you need to know, because what you apply at this volatile market is also applicable in other market situations. But why we're emphasizing in this volatile market is that risk is high when the market is as fast volatile. The rate of change in price is fast. That's why it is risky at the time. But with the help of your stop loss or your other technical tools, you're able to manage the volatility and also come out better as an investor. Don't be carried away to by any market direction. You only want to know where is market going when you take decision exactly with your stop loss or whatever you call it, either stop price, whatever you call it. Once it gets to that price, you are free to cut your loss. Also, so that you don't eat into your capital, because I will tell you that when market is going up, because you have lost your capital to that market, you only be hearing with your ear, you won't be participating. That's why market, sorry, that's why capital is very, very key when it comes to investment. But ability to protect your capital at the same time making consistent return is very, very important. And that is why I want to share these 4 tips, and I'm going to also guide you before we go into looking at the local market situation where we are at speak now. But I will tell you that there is already kind of a mixed market in the matured market, and also down here we saw that our market was up yesterday. But if you look at the general trend of the market is also not too attractive, but because you can see element of panic selling, element of people not knowing where to go because of what is happening globally and also in individual climate economy. As we speak now, the global market, the fear of Fed minutes are coming moment from now, and also the possible that Russia may also default in their debt obligation as a result of the sanction coming here and there. That also is giving some investors globally serious concern that subsequently, if things are not resolved on time, that will continue to happen, in some climate because of what this trigger was seen in Russia, like moving to the first time that to see kind of a default as regard the expansion on their bond. That's also what is kind of also shaking the market globally. And don't forget that as inflation is not helping matter, and also some part of the world we're seeing where we're seeing another case of COVID-19, all those are part of things that's influencing the market. And also, if you come back to some African countries, while Nigeria is here, you can see that insecurity is also threatening our investment. But in all this, there's always opportunity to make money. And I say, in any market uncertainty or any market condition, there's how you can make money in this market. And that is why I want to share this 4 tips to guide you. No matter the rate of the volatility, if you're able to use this basic tips to take decision, go to go a long way to help you as well as a trader or investor. The first tip I'm looking at, I want to like always say that you want to know the kind of stock you want to buy, which I mentioned yesterday, knowing the reason why we are buying, your plan, and also trying to review what your trade. These are the two ones. But to look at, if you want to really start investing, you must have what we call a watch list. Build a watch list of stocks. That watch list of stocks will also guide you exactly what to do. This is the first thing you should know whenever you want to start trading. You kind of select the kind of stocks you want to watch to know where they are going, where they are priced currently, and where they are going to, and also who are behind these companies and what is the fundamental around it. That's why I always say that you can't only invest with technical analysis. There are ways that also you can combine the two so that you can know exactly what you are doing. Because you say you want to know stocks that are in the strong group, you must know the fundamental of those stocks and where they are going. Once you're able to identify it, that's why building a watch list at the beginning of your trade is also another that is very important. Whether the market is volatile or stable or side trending, you need to have what a watch list. Build a watch list of your stocks. Once you're able to do that, you will know the kind of stock that fits your investment objective. And now you now continue to monitor this stock. How are they doing? You are used to either you are using their earnings, you are using all their 52 is high and low. Where the company is now? Are they low? Are they low? Are they above their close to their pretty high. You need to understand where the company is. These are fundamentals you need to check where the company is so that you know exactly when to jump in. Another thing that is very, very important that as now we are discussing in this class, a live class, we have seen that you have gotten your watch list, combining your fundamental market sentiment, sectoral news and all those things. You now have this watch list, the kind of stuff, the group of stocks that you want to really trade, want to know what is happening. The next step that you want to take, which is the second tip, is that you need to look at the chart. The chart to know, you want to chart your stocks. You want to know the stocks that you have selected to your watch list. These stocks that you are taking, to be there, you now have to need to know what is happening in this stock in terms of sentiment, in terms of momentum, in terms of what the psychology of people in behind this stock. And that is where your chart becomes very, very important. You want to chart the stock to see if the chart of this stock is going up. And if it's going up, you want to look at also if the end of this stock going up. Because I always say, to all in our group that are still listening this hour that when a stock is having a positive earnings and it's having a good volume is also going in that direction, and you are seeing that price action is also looking up. I'm telling you that kind of stock like that there is momentum, there is positive sentiment in that stock. That means you are going to keep your eyes in such stock so that you know the right time to jump in and the right time also to go because you are seeing a positive earnings that would tell you that on the long run or the short run, earnings is one of the factors that drive price. And this is the most consistent factor that drive price. You can tell because companies don't go into merger every day. They don't go into new production, new product every quarter. They don't go new having a change their management every day. But I'll tell you that every three quarters, 3 months, sorry, every 3 months, makes the 90 days, you see company work, stock hard to know what is happening in that company, to know the impact of all the activities of the managers, all their investment, all their investment decisions, all their you want to know it is that stock hard will tell you the kind of managers who are out there. If there are managers that are okay, and what's also happening in the economy or the sector, you know, look at your chart. Your chart will reflect all this. But when you see when the stock price of the stock is going down, you want to know why it's going down. When it's going up, but if the stock is going down and the EPS also at the same time is going down, then there's something is wrong somewhere. But you as a trader, because you are not interested in what is happening, not also want to monitor to see if it is going down, where will be a kind of a support price and things to turn around in terms of sentiment and support. You want to know where is the direction of the company earnings because it's very, very important. Earnings is one of the major factors that drive price in the short run and in the long run. If earnings is looking up, price action is looking up, volume is looking up, and you are seeing positive sentiment in that stock, these are the factors that are good for that. That is the stock that you should jump in because you are seeing where they are going. And also, if you also look at the sector where the companies are operating, these are the things you are looking at. That is why you want to chart this stock. You want to know exactly what is happening in this store because whether it's what you are interested, you want to know what is happening in the store. That's why you are ready to chart it to find out where it is, where the price heading, where is the earnings heading, where is the volume heading. Once you know where the price is heading, the volume is heading. Also, the price action, the sentiment, momentum, the psychology. When you're able to point this out, I'm telling you, you have taken a good step. And that also help you to know whether this stock is one that if your portfolio you want to sell it off now, you will know. Or if not your portfolio, you want to jump into it quickly, you need to know because that is what will guide you. But once you're able to do this, you not consider buying into that stock immediately, also selling into that stock. Once you see opportunity that the trend is going up, you sell. But if the trend is opposite and you know, and also you have set your stop loss, that is the time for you to consider to sell. And that is where the third point is considering selling or buying at that particular time. At what rate you are going to buy. These are the things that the chart will also help you to do. You want to know exactly what to buy. That is why you have seen you have taken your watch list. You also look at where the stock is moving, what is the chart telling you. Now is to take the decision to buy because you have seen it what list. You want to know the right price for you to jump into that stock. It's very, very important because you want to know when to buy. So that buying or selling is very, very important. The first thing that I want to see if the stock is against you, you want to look at market direction generally. What is market moving to? Where is the market heading? Because market direction is the most important factor you must consider when buying into a stock. You want to know where the market direction going. You have seen, you have set up your watch list, you have looked at your chart. Then the next is that where is the market going? Is the market going down? Is that why the general stock is going down? Or is it because this company performance or the earnings are looking down? That is why the chart is looking down, the earnings is looking down. This will be to know the direction of the market. That is another thing that is very, very important. You need to know. I've mentioned four things now. You must know the direction of the market. You must know what you must look at your chart. Also, you have a watch list. Then once the meeting is done, you are good to go. Then the last one that you want to check know what is the behavior of the market, and before you jump finally, because you have seen the direction of the market, now is for you to take what decision to buy. And that decision to buy is because you have seen where the market, and if the market is going in your favor, or the stock is moving, and you know that what the market is saying and what the stock is saying, there's kind of a divergence. You need to consider to see where they are all moving in the same direction. That is why I said, one, you must have a watch list. You must look at what your chart. You must look at what your market, general market direction, to know whether to sell or what to buy in. If you know all this, you have this for now, you can see that you check to know exactly when to buy, because you want to guide yourself before buying. Before buying, you don't want to just jump into buying. You want to look at where is the market going. And for those sectors we are looking at, if those sectors are positive, like here back in our market here, we said that the top share index is not enough for you to conclude that market direction. That if you want to buy stock in the market here, because we have a few stocks that are kind of controlling the general market index, the top share index, we want to look at those sectorial index to know where they are going. You can see, you want to look at what is happening in the banking sector, what is happening in the insurance, what is happening in the consumer sector, what is happening in the industrial sector, and also what is happening in the oil and gas. Once you know exactly, also we can look at also what is happening in the telecom company or the healthcare sectors. You need to look at this point. That's why looking at the market direction generally is very important. But if you say here that the MTS index action is not enough for us to consider because of the few stocks that are controlling the index, that for you to get the full picture, like better you look at what your sectorial index, and that is very, very key to add to what we have just said. I said one more disclaimer, you must look at how to watch a watch list. So you have to check the stock. Sometimes you want to look at the general market direction before you take what your buy or sell decision. You can see this one now, this what I need to guide you in any market condition, whether in a volatile, whether in a cycling, whether in a down market, because you need to navigate the market at any time to be in profit. And for you to navigate, you must use this 4 good points to know exactly what to do. For that, you need to know exactly know the direction the market is going. And that is why in this class, we always want to look at what will help you to kind of impact your decision. And because at the end of the class, we want every day that what we learn from this class to also impact your portfolio, either for better, because that is only thing we are looking at, for better return, better for you to enhance your knowledge, because if you apply the market with improved knowledge, it will take a better decision. Then it will reduce your loss and also up your gaining a position, and which is the essence of this class, so that we can improve our trading strategy, we can improve our understanding of the market, because anything you are doing without knowledge, you are only doing what? Try and error. But if you play any game, play any market, any investment decision with understanding of that sector or that game, you see you become a better player, and understanding what your competitors are doing, what the market is doing. That is how you can know excel. Yes, we'll go back to the market here. Back here to back home, want to look at the state of the market. But before we quickly there, want to look at the few market news that are in the market now. As we speak now, I think for a long time we are seeing that computation releasing results. But I'll tell that result is missed. We are seeing that there's a growth in the top line of that form, and also we saw a decline from almost like 2 billion in loss to about 500 million, which is also good. But let's see how they sustain this going to the future. This is a media company, a communication company. Let's see how let's see how they're going to improve going to the future. Another market news there is that we saw the full year result of corn oil in the oil sector, and we say that the result was for me is also missed, because we saw just a little improvement in the top line of corn oil. Corn oil, revenue of or turnover improved by 7.9% to 126.72 billion from 117 to 0.47 billion. You can see there's improvement, but you can see that the bottom line was up significantly from about 1.44 billion to 3.08 billion, which is almost like a 114 growth in terms of percentage change, which is good. And EPS also go in that direction to support a dividend payout of 2 naira 50 kobo against 1 naira 50 kobo the previous year. This is good, and this is good news for shareholders in corn oil, and we expect that this also have impact in corn oil. Also, we are seeing that that sector is also having a positive fundamental news for that sector, which investors that are also designed to also look the way of this sector, because of we are seeing positive results coming from them. Yesterday, you can see that the market also looking the way of step large, despite the oil price is oscillating as we speak now. in the global market or international market, oil price is trading at above 106. No, despite oscillating to touch as high as 145, coming back to around the 120, but now trading in the range of no one 106 and 108, 110 because of the oscillation. It's very good for any energy market and also stock because they are making money without much effort because of prices of their product and on increase because of what is happening in Ukraine. For that, we see that that sector is a sector that you can only put your eyes at any time to know what is happening in that market. Also, as we speak, we see that the market, although this morning opened marginally in the green, but as we speak now, it has slid down to the red again, but still oscillating. But we are believing that because the corporate actions dates of many companies will continue to keep this market in this oscillating or up and down movement or seesaw movement that just coming up again. On Monday, the market was down. On Tuesday, market was up. Today, too, is the qualification date for MTN. It's possible that the institutional investors take position for the dividend and put the price up. Also, don't forget that today is also the the payment date and ATM of Zenith Bank that have declared their 80 kobo for their final dividend. When this money hit the coffers of shareholders of investors, because that some of this money also go back to the equity market and to increase their stake in the bank, it's possible. That's why I said you might see kind of up and down movement, system movement this week, but because this the period was expecting first quarter result to hit the market. Also, the corporate action of many companies is within this period that will extend to the month of May. But this has a way of playing out that market direction up and down. But that should not also send panic to the market because it is part and parcel of the market. Yes, now come to see the market rate as we speak now. I will tell you that the market is positive. It was slightly in positive rate because as we speak, we are seeing that the gainers are having marginal upper hand against the losers. As we speak now, we're having eight gainers against eight gainers against seven losers. While at the top gainers as we speak now are Wapik, Wapik Insurance, followed by Regency Insurance, Mayor, and also Livestock and Mutual Benefit. If you look at the top gainers as we speak now, apart from UBA and Capaton, all of them, most of them are insurance companies because ICO is among also the top gainers, the eight gainers. That means UBA and Capaton and Mayor are just only and Livestock are non-insurance stock in this top gainers as we. That means the point to it that there's something happening in that insurance stock. Despite the local the Coco price they are selling, there's market are already looking at that with all this recapitalization and also reform policies that I was expecting that the industry will change the face of reform. Don't forget that when there's recapitalization and the policy change in the sector, it has a way of impacting positively on the company in that sector, especially now that we're seeing almost 2 years or more than a year of recapitalization exercise in that industry and reforms are coming. Any moment from now, impact of these reforms will start reflecting on the company performance. You can see that design investors who gradually looking the way of insurance stock. That tells you that you also should know where you should position at this point. Don't just follow the bad wagon, but look at those insurance stock that you know that yes, they are fundamentally they are standing out and they look at their technical position to know where they are. Is it a positive position? Look at the chart pattern of this insurance stock to know exactly what. I will tell you that there are some stock that foreign institutional investors will not look like. If a company that is selling for 20 people, they know that when they are coming in, they want to move the price or when they are doing for that. So look at who the insurance company that also there might be present of foreign investors also that will attract a lot of institutional investors to take position because when they start seeing the numbers in this sector, it will attract attention. For that, you as an investor or trader, it's time for you to take advantage of it. I said earlier that I have 8 gainers. Now these are I've mentioned the top gainers, Wakwa Peak, Agency Insurance, Mayor, Livestock, and what and mutual benefit. On the side of the losing side of the decliners, want to look at there are 7 decliners at this hour, but top by NGS Group, the Jais Bank, MPF Microfinance, Wando and what and International Brewery. These are the top losers as we speak now. But don't forget that I won't conclude this session without telling you the importance of volume. I want to look at those stocks that are top trade in volume so that you also know what is happening then. Before a stock will be top trade in volume, there's something happening in that kind of stock. And that's why volume is very important. I tell you that volume is like the gas, it's like the what move aircraft up for the ground. Also, volume is what move price out of the ground. When you see a good volume, it tells you that something is going somewhere. And also, if this volume, you see positive positive earnings, positive sentiment, and price action is looking up, it tells you that there's something for that stock. That's why we always want to look at the volume of the company or the volume of the market, and also the top trading volume. I want to consider as we speak now. Fidelity Bank is one topping the volume chart, followed by GT Code, Sterling Bank, Unilever, and Wapik Insurance, which is now Correlation Insurance. No, these are the stocks that are topping in trade. You want to look at what is happening then. But for now, I want to go to chart, live chart. I want to look at what is happening. Where first, what is happening in NGS. I told you that NGS is building kind of a pattern that can give us up and down. That is a trendy stock that one can be trading in and out. But seeing that it's coming down again, let's check where it's going. But probably look at what is happening in NPF and Owando featuring on the loser chart. Let's consider what is happening in Owando. I think we can briefly look at what is happening in Fidelity because the market just expected that Fidelity results price will be going up because of the fantastic number and their payout we just saw the release recently. The dividend of 35 kobo and improved numbers will also drive the price of Fidelity. But for the gainer chart, I'll tell you that these are dominated by the traditional stock. But we can only look at what is happening in what in livestock. This is a company that does this results without no dividend. After how many years if not pay dividend, they don't release their audited accounts again, no dividend, and it has declined to a level like it's looking at a good support level to bounce back. Want to look at it to say where it is now. Is it a good time to buy? If not, I will also discuss in this class today. Then we have four stocks to look at. Let's quickly look at the first one, and let's start with the livestock that's on the gaining side. Then now move for those that are on the loser chart, which is NTS, NTS Group, Police Microfinance on one look, and the Fidelity on the top three stocks. Let's look at them. There are five now. Let's quickly go to the chart and see what the chart is saying as we speak now in the market. Let's quickly look at the chart as we see what the chart is telling us. We know exactly what is happening in the market right away. The chart is coming up quickly. Just stay patient. Just see what is happening. Yeah. Yes, you can see the chart here. Today, this is the live chart of the market now to speak. The market, if you look at your T line, which is the blue line here, I always bring it up for you to see. Market is still below the T line as we speak. Not too good, but market is flat here, not down, but not looking up. Still below what the T line. You can see just a little green line here. If you look at here, you can see the green line here. Yes, but the good thing is that it's clear that the market is below what the T line. That means we need to also watch until you break out the T line. That will now confirm another uptrend. Now market is still on the decline stage. I told you that once market break down the 47, Canada market is still below 47 already. As at yesterday, market closed 46,777.36. At this hour, market is doing almost as we speak now. Market is around the same around 46,761.06. That is why I say market is down marginally as we speak now. Let's take a look at other indicators and see what the market is telling us. The volume so far in the market is very small in terms of general market. Why MACD remain bearish? But the good thing in the market that MACD is looking towards the crossing to the bullish side, to the bullish signal. If that happens, I can see that the histogram here is really tilting down, kind of declining, minimizing to cross over to the other side, which is the bullish side. If that happens, that would be a good one. And also this morning, you can see that your money flow is looking up, but slow down gradually little here. This for on a day chart. If you look at the 1 hour chart, because it's very, very important. Look at the 1 hour chart, this day chart, to see where the market is, for us to know exactly. But if you look at the 1 hour chart, I'll tell you the market is not looking badly, as as thought or as believed. But you can see that as we speak now on the 1 hour chart, the market is still good because even as market is showing red here, it's above what above the T line on 1 hour chart. And also MACD has confirmed already a bullish trend for 1 hour chart in the market. And while money flow is looking up here, tells you that there's something going for the market as we speak. That's why you as an investor need to look at the market also so that you know exactly what is happening. That will go a long way to guide you and me to know exactly what you should do. Once you know that, you are also good to go. The quick one, want to look at what is happening in NGS. What is happening in NGS? What is happening in NGS? Want to look at quickly on that now. Let's go to Nigeria. I've seen what is happening. Sorry, let's look at livestock first before we go to NGS. We just finished the market there. Let's look at feed, livestock feed, look at livestock feeds. What we look at livestock feeds here. Look at livestock feed. Sorry, look at livestock feeds here. Look at livestock feeds. You can see livestock feeds on a 1 hour chart is also not looking at that the even at this point it's still coming down but still trading above the C line and also looking good on you can see on our chart. That means there's something coming behind this stock and our chart. You want to go to this is a stock that has suffered loss. You can see from here down here this was can see it was below the C line all this one to this level before crossing above. But let's look at the daily chart because I tell you on 1 hour chart livestock is not looking bad at all. This morning on a daily chart, the stock is not looking bad. That means if you're a trader, nothing stops you to jump into the stock. As you speak now, it has crossed the T line up there. You can see the breakout here where it is now at T line. And also your MACD is confirming an uptrend again, almost crossing to the bullish line. You can see it here, the blue line almost crossing the ground from down. And money flow is looking up to almost 28. That's something as low as 20 or low 20. You can see the way it's coming up now. For me, it's a good one for those that are going to trade this stock. You are likely to take position now ahead of the Q1 result. Look at the stock; it's very positive for me. Then for traders, nothing stops you from jumping into that stock as we speak now. But look at the 1 hour chart and daily chart for livestock for day traders. It is looking good. But let's look at the NGS now. So we're going to look at all of them before we move to another stock. Let's quickly look at NGS for round up for today. NGS, I'll tell you on a day chart, it's not looking too good. You can see that it's already trading below the T line. You can see it here, this is the T line, and it's below the T line, and tell you that all is not well at this point. You can see money flow is looking down. But still, you can see that also MACD is about crossing low and down. That is not too good. But let's quickly to confirm the state of the stock. Let's look at the 1 hour chart to know the strength of the stock as we speak now. That will give us enough more insight. You can see that as we speak now, it's still trading yes, marginally with those guys sit here almost up, down, but see let's watch before we can come out. But the stock is not looking bad as such. But MACD is also confirming on a our chart coming down. But you can see also that the money flow is trying to pop up. You can see that there's a missed technicals here for this stock. We need to watch it before we jump in. And so among the top user for today. But let's quickly look at the MPF, then look at the Wando before we finally look at the Fidelity before we round up for today. And MPF, let's look at MPF, Police Microfinance. You can see, look at MPF now. MPF, this on a 1 hour chart. You can see that MPF on a 1 hour chart is below what is below the chart. You can see it here, below the chart on 1 hour chart. You can see that money flow, you can see fund have left the stock quickly on 1 hour chart. Not all is bad. All is not well. All is not well at this point. You can see for the stock. But it just like panic sell off because of the temptable dividend and 2 for 9 bonus. But I know that towards the markdown might change. But now, if you're in this stock, you can see there's also the stock is showing far below. So you can see there you have to wait for confirmation for a jump in. You can see this is a day chart. You can see where it is down here from almost 245 that's gone down to almost 205. You can see it here. It's not looking good here. You can see that MACD is already bearish. Serious one, and money flow is looking down on police microfinance. We quickly look at the Owando to know the state of Owando as we speak now. Let's see what is happening in one day. That's what is happening in one day. That's what is happening in one day Nigeria. One day Lagos, you can see here on 1 hour chart. You can see that one day is also below the T line, and the MACD is already is bearish. But if you look at Owando here, the morning flow is trying to turn up here. We're also seeing a mixed technicals here now for Owando on a day chart, but 1 hour chart will give us a clear where Owando is. Owando is still still having a mixed technical as we speak, because as I speak now, MACD is trying to look down. Money flow is looking up sharply on a wide. Also, we are seeing a pullback here in terms of price action, and also here is below the T line. I can see that this is where it is. It came down all the way down here. You can see that it's also the price now below the T line. For me, we are seeing a mixed technicals here, but you need to watch one carefully. If you want to invest in one, watch your investment objective, your time frame, the stop loss, and every other thing that you need to know. The support level, but you can also see a good signs more. You can see that money flow is trying to look down, but still not giving us a clear direction here until see what happens in the stock tomorrow for one. Final one, I want to look at what is happening in Fidelity before we draw the curtain for today. Let's look at Fidelity, quick one. Fidelity is very important. Let's look at it. Because the result that came from Fidelity is very important. Let's look at what is happening there now. Very impressive, sorry. Let's look at what is happening in Fidelity. Fidelity, what is happening in Fidelity Bank is very, very important to know exactly what is happening in Fidelity Bank. Let's see what is happening there before we now draw the curtain. What is happening in Fidelity Bank? Once you know what is happening in Fidelity Bank, you exactly know what to do here. Fidelity Bank is trading above the T line, seriously above the T line, and you can see it here, above the T line, which I love. That's why I try to show up and down here. The candle here is almost higher than this one, the red one. It's a good one on a 1 hour chart. You can see strength here. Only that MACD is also trying to go down, but resisting. I can see the after coming here, so it's kind of remaining on top, still bullish, but the money flow is just looking down on 1 hour chart. Let's quickly look at the day chart for this stock before we close it. So before we close it, that you can see MACD trading above it now. The price action is above the T line. Serious price, you can see it here now. You can see the gap here, and the approach is very nice. Your MACD is seriously bullish, and I can see it here. You can look at this histogram line, and money flow is still strong. That means whatever we are seeing in Fidelity, don't panic yet. Fidelity is still very strong. You can watch your position on this now to see exactly what is happening in Fidelity. Once you know what is happening in Fidelity, it becomes better for every one of us to look at. But for me, I can see good strength in Fidelity. If you are there, watch your position and see where you are going from here. Yes, on this note, we say thank you for this hour. We look forward to see you in tomorrow edition by God's grace. And don't forget that you can share the link, particular link to your friends. At the same time, encourage them also go to our YouTube and subscribe so they can get a lot of what we are posting here. This morning, I think I posted some videos there so that we continue to give them insight on how to play better and enhance their profit making in the market. Because the goal of Investdata is to help investors to make a firm decision and also to up their game in investing profitably at any given time. Because whether the market is down or up, there's always opportunity to make more. That's why timing is everything in equity investing. You can do technical analysis. Thank you and see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your trading day today. I remain Ambrose. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Enjoy your day.